Well, my friends, here we go again. Today a very important video. Can it be too cold to play outdoors? Can this be dangerous? That we will answer today. So here it is, very fresh, as you see. Very cold. You know the ring? We are at the Metropolis court. Winter in Metropolis. No, this is a very serious video, because that can make a lot of risk. When you are young, I have a lot of experience to this. I will not tell you, oh, don't do it, don't go out when it's very cold. But I can give you advices what you can do, because that can make a lot of risk to your body. We will check it out. Let's do it.
The scene is getting crowded, I'ma ride my own way. I don't need your approval, I'ma go my own way. My daddy told me to be first, you finish last place. The world show me one way, I'ma go my own. Ride my own, ay 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 ay. Ride my own, ay 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 ay. Ride my own, ay 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 ay. Ride my own, ay 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 ay. Hey, Kelly said it with the way that I ride.
So here we go with the Spalding Street Phantom. We haven't played this ball in a long time, but today it is really a serious thing. Very important video to me, because I've seen a lot of things out there, you know, on YouTube and on. But we have to discuss first what is cold. As you see, I have here this. I will tell you all things what is important to play outdoor, what problems you can get, and on. Very risky, you know. That can be a life-threatening thing when you play outdoor. It's no joke, really. So with this ball we will also play some balls, but you see, yeah, we have here the hole, yeah, so we can put our ball into this with the nice ring. But so to be serious, we have first to discuss what is cold, you know. For some people, these temperatures are cold, and for the others, this is not cold, you know. But this is the first thing what we do. And then we discuss, is it useful to play outdoors? Yeah, makes it sense to play by such temperatures? You know, that is the other part. For what are you doing this to play outdoor? So we will make this, and also the other side, makes it sense to play by extreme heat. What is there? Yeah, and what is better, to play in the absolute cold or when it's really hot? And I have a clear answer to this. What is better? So let's check it out. Before we play the balls, you hear the bells on Metropolis court. I will tell you then what I have in my backpack, what things you need to get safe to this, you know, it's very important. But now some balls, and then I will tell you which temperatures what I'm talking about, you know. So let's do it. One thing is, when you play to the board and it is so icy, the ball is slippy, you know, it's slippery. So you have to decide the other thing. So don't play to the board, play to the ring. See that? That is one thing. We will talk all about this, you know, few balls more. So now, my friends, we will talk the serious things. I have here my list with the temperatures, so we can ask ourselves, what is cold? What do I define as coldness? You know, because I told you, some people say, ah, this is not cold. Oh, this is very cold, you know. So I can tell you something. I have done this for years, and to me, for example, when we talk about 0 degrees, you know, 0 degrees are 32 F. You know, this is important because most of my people are from the US, you know. So 32 F are 0 degrees around, yeah. And that is the point where I tell you it is cold when it goes upwards, or it's more warm when it goes downwards. So it's it. Then it's very cold. When it goes upwards, it's more warm, you know. So around 0 degrees, 32 F. Today, you know, we have it more cold than to my lovely friends of a lot of cities in Alaska. Here it is more cold, for example, than in Hoona. Yeah, it is more cold than in Anchorage. So we have it cold, believe me. We have it more cold than in Petersburg, for example. Yeah, and we have it more cold than in Juneau. So to all my Alaskan friends out there. But of course we have it not colder than in Fairbanks. When you live in Fairbanks, perhaps you can tell me, when someone has played on the Southern Fairbanks court, an outdoor court in Alaska in Fairbanks, tell me that. how is that when you play there by minus 20 degrees? Yeah, I don't know how much this is. 3.F, that temperatures 0.F. When you play there, you know, tell me that. I would love to be there because it's a little bit the same like here, yeah, in Alaska. Fairbanks is much more cold, of course, but very fresh. You see, we have here the nice ball, yeah, and here we also have some snow balls, big ones. Yeah, we have the woods in here, you see that, because they broke out. The snow was so heavy that all fell down, yeah, from here. Also a risky thing. But so, my experience and what happened to me. I played a lot of times under, I have my big here, under 32F, yeah. This is not that cold, you know, under 32F, under 0 degrees, there it starts, yeah, there we will have no problem. But I tell you now the things. I played with street ball at my home court at night in winter a lot of times, yeah, really to the extreme. I was sweating, I go really to the extreme. Skateboarding when there was no snow, we had the light there to make it on at night, and ice hockey, yeah. And then I had 2 jobs in winter, for example. One was, I was on the car, on the big car, the garbage car, you know, where you stay behind and you have to drive to the whole city and make the garbage, you know. There, I tell you, you have a platform which is only this, yeah. For example, like this, when you stay there, it is smaller than this, only this and this, and there you stand all the time on this car when he is driving. And in winter, yeah, also in summer, doesn't matter if there is snow, ice, rain, yeah, extreme weather, hot, you have to be on there. And so I know how it can get cold, you know. For example, I will tell that later, when you get wet clothes and you know I have no chance to do anything, you have to stay outside. There we come to the extreme where it gets really, really risky. You know, the clothing is a big part on that. And on the other side, I was making 300,000 post offices, mail offices, I don't know how it's called in English, where I made flyers in there in winter. You know, I have it here. That was minus 15 degrees, you know, at 5F, minus 15 degrees. I was doing that all the time. And I can tell you, a guy what was with me, he had no hand gloves on because he thought, yeah, it will go. It was not long. And he didn't feel his fingers anymore. And for example, he went to the doctor. After months, he still had the pain in there, he felt it, and that is what can happen to extreme conditions like that. Yeah, and that you don't want to have. And so when there are people out who make only, oh, I'm here, clickbait title, you know, that is not fun. That is no joke, of course, it's no problem, but I make this video for the younger people, you know. You will make that experience too. You cannot say, don't do this, because it's bad. You will make the experience, but with my advice, perhaps you can make it more fine for you that you don't have problems afterwards. And I had also things, yeah, to me happened, I have to watch to the camera because it gets out a lot of times when it's so cold. So I was out there also one time with flyers. Then we went to a car and I went into a wet thing. There was no lighter snow than now. Now it's a hard snow, but there was wet snow, and I went in and the shoe was completely wet. And then I had a problem because the wet thing went into my socks. And I tell you, when you are out there and you have wet shoes on, you have a big problem. So I went immediately to the car. I tried a few meters and said, no, I feel it right now. and I have experience, so I know I have to immediately go home. Say no, immediately to the car, go in, and I tell you, you don't feel your feet anymore. Yeah, you have no chance. When I was in the car, I immediately put away the shoe, I put away the socks, you know, I tried with the hand to warm it, but it was almost too late, you know. And when I arrived at home, really in the car, I was so freezing. It is, you know, that damaged you, and you have no chance to change that. And when I was at home, it needed hours to warm it up, but then I had like sleeping in feet. You know, when something is sleeping in, you know that when you sleep on the hand, then you don't feel it. And that I had for many days, yeah. And that can really go out very bad. And that you don't want, believe me that. And I have a lot of things, yeah. Another thing was, I was sleeping on a street in Milan, yeah, Milano. Exactly by the Milano Duomo, yeah. And it was so cold, yeah. Why? I had no hotel, was concert, and then I thought I will bring on the night. I was with other guys from Turin, and then we were there, and the wind were coming, and it was so cold, I believe me. And I had not a jacket, how it's called, when you go to bed, you take the towel, the big towel, you know what I mean. I had no towel by me. And really, when you dare sleep in, you know, I had friends there, but when you sleep in and you are alone, you are dead. It's really that. You are dead by that temperatures. So, believe me, not many play there out there. And really cold to me, it starts around minus, yeah, I would say, I am not here, but minus, yeah, we cannot say other. We played last year, the coldest was minus 12 degrees, where we made a video, you know, minus 12 degrees, these are 10F, you know, 10F minus 12 degrees. And that is really cold, and all around that, plus minus a little bit, that there it starts where it's really dangerous, yeah. And I did this. But now listen to me. What do you have to wear to get no problems into that, yeah? And I can show you what I have on. I showed you this in the last year, where I made the video on the Grand Garden Arena, the minus 12 degree video. So the clothing is a big part. You see, I have this on, because when I put it away, you see that? The smoke is on. One important thing when you play outdoor by that temperatures, the bells are coming again, is the clothing. But before, is it useful? Makes it a sense to play there? Yeah, that we can discuss first. Right now, you see, you cannot dribble. It's slippery. You see, that is the poor ice. Yeah? Poor ice. So, you see that? I'm slipping like, you see that? So you can't jump here, right? You can't run here. You only have to imagine how to go to the thing that I don't hurt myself, that I don't fall down. So you cannot concentrate on your throw. You have seen it. I have hand gloves on, the biggest one. You see my fingers, they're wobbling. You know, here I don't have thing. So you have no throw to that. And these are all things, yeah? Makes it sense? I would say absolutely not. You go only there because of fun, yeah? And I can tell you for sure what is better when you are in conditions where it is only 3-4 days in a row, very cold, and then we have degrees like 0 degree or 32F. When we come there, then you have no problem, then you can go out. I will tell also this then. But when you only have 3-4 days where it's so cold, I would not go out there. Yeah, that makes no sense. Go to a tunnel, there is warmer, there you don't have a slippery thing, the better option. Yeah, but when you are living in a place where those conditions, you know, are for months, every day, what are you doing then? Then you can play outdoor, yeah, but I would always not go to the limit. because this is really dangerous. You cannot play here until I'm completely sweat. Yeah, makes no sense. So my hairs are going here. So this towel, we come to this now. Bell, 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 Christmas. You hear it? So the air is some very important factor what we have, because the cold air goes into your lungs, and when we have really minus degrees, you know, minus 12 are 10F, minus 15 are 5F. Around these temperatures you damage yourself, and there I can make it to the extreme, to dribble, to jump, that my heartbeat goes up. What do you think? First of all, you have always to breathe to your nose. When you breathe only to your nose, the air gets warmer. But when you are sweating, when your heartbeat is up, I always have to go to the mouth with the breathing, and then you always get those very cold air into your lungs, and that can damage it, you know, and that you will feel. And the thing is always the coldness. Here we have the garbage car, you see? That was my job back then. But not plastic, we had the bio Müll and the Restmüll, I don't know in English. Very cold. So when this goes into your lungs, this is dangerous. Yeah, I have to put on my hand glove again. And you feel the coldness always afterwards. That is the point, you know. You don't feel it right now. Oh yeah, perhaps, yeah, it's cold, not fine. But when you are at home, then you have the problems. Then you have pain here in your, you know what I mean? Then you feel the fingers, oh, I don't have a feeling anymore. And when you have bad luck, that can stay for years, forever, you know? So it's really no joke. And this towel is very important, because with this, the air is not that cold. And I can tell you other thing. When you play there, today we have it not that extreme cold, because I'm talking a lot. But when you go out there for playing, don't talk. That I learned from all the things where I made 300,000 mail office. When it's very cold, don't talk, because when you talk, you always get the cold air in it. Don't talk. Make some shots, don't run, only a little bit dribbling, some throws, be careful, but don't talk. Only the here to the nose, because then you stay away from a lot of damage. This is the first damage what you have. And when you never experience that coldness, when you go first time on that temperatures, you will feel how aggressive this cold air can be. So when this towel saves you, when you breathe in, you don't have it that cold. But the thing is, when you breathe, this will get wet, you know. This gets wet, and we had this last year, and when it's wet, it gets frozen, and then you have a frozen thing around your neck and all the things. So this is the first tool. Then we have the cap, yeah. Always a big warm cap, and very important, I would always put this over, yeah, because then you have two things. And when the wind comes, when you go a little bit or run a little bit, the wind goes not here, yeah. All what is here is important to be protected, you know. A towel here, a big, I don't know how it's called, here it always has to be warm. A jacket on. And the thing is, I have more clothes on, not one big warm cloth, more clothes. Now I can show you. I have here a jacket, this very warm, and it is long. That's also important. You have a long jacket, not only here, that because there you will feel it immediately. For example, you will sit here, yeah, sit here for 15 minutes, and I guarantee you that you have a, how it's called, a hernia, I think, you know, you get ill. Yeah, it is very, very fast. So long thing on, important. And I have many things on, but today it's not that extreme cold. But here another thing, yeah, a jacket, it is long arm. Under that jacket I have a pullover on. I show you that, yeah. Here I have another pullover on, and also I have a t-shirt on, you know. But when it's much more cold, I have two things more on, yeah. Very important. Now I have to close it. Wait, we make it this way because I don't want to stop now. 16 minutes, perhaps it gets overheated, yeah, overcoated perhaps. Wait, it's slippery, slippery. Yeah, we will check it out. So we have to put on those things. So here we go again. The people are watching, they think, what is this guy doing? He takes away the clothes, they don't know with the camera, you know. So that is very important. Then the hand gloves. I have the biggest one, but still those can be too cold, you know. Because when you are out there, you have a long walk and then you know I cannot go home immediately. And this gets cold and you have a big problem because your hand, when you put it in there, that brings you nothing when it's really cold, yeah? Brings you nothing. So I have always 2 pair hand gloves by me. The other thing is the shoes, warm shoes. And I have 2 socks always on, 1 and 2. You see that? Here, 2, 1, yeah? Very, very important, because when you get wet, it can help you a little bit when you have 2 socks on. So these are my things, and when it's more cold, I have under this another high band on, yeah, and then you are safe. And on the other side, I have in here my backpack another things which can save you for real damage. Another socks, because when it gets cold, you know, I had made the experience, the frozen toes, yeah. And that can help you when you have this in your car, or when you go, only this, you know, you go one time this, oh my shoe is wet. That can help you. And I have another gloves here, yeah, smaller ones. They would be better to make throws because you have more feeling, and you can go on with both gloves when it gets too cold, you know. When you have experienced one time so cold hands that you cannot make anything anymore, really, you go to your smartphone with this, you cannot make the direction, you have no feeling anymore, you cannot make a number, nothing, when you have experienced that. And the other thing is, never be too long outdoors, yeah, because you will feel it afterwards. So that is always the problem with the coldness. You will not feel it when you are on the court. So, and be careful, because here, slipper, you can damage yourself. Yeah, another thing. You slip out, no one is around, you cannot walk anymore, you're laying in the snow. You know how cold this is. It's so dangerous. So these are all things what I have experienced. And another thing is drinking. Don't take a drink by you here. Why? Because it will get frozen and you will not have a cold drink when it's so cold, yeah. But the other thing is, you have the bottles where it gets warm, where it stays warm. And I also made a mistake there. Tell you what happened to me. I was going ice hockey playing back then, over 20 years ago, on my home court outside, and I had made a tea for me at home, a tea, and I put in the hottest water of all, you know, when it makes brrr, and I put this in and I closed it and I forgot, oh, this will still be that warm. Then I thought, now I will drink some some warm drink. I opened the bottle, didn't think about it, drank. You know what that makes when you drink a burning water. I don't know, but that damaged you. You have no feeling for days. So really also be careful there, yeah. When drink some warm things, that is good, but yeah, so very, very extreme. So I prefer to go into the tunnels because there I can dribble. To play there when it has absolutely minus degrees, I avoid when it's possible, you know, because here we have only a few days where we have those minus 15, this 5F, you know. So I wait 1-2 days or I go to a tunnel, you know. But I'm careful. I know it is better wait 1-2 days and then go out when it's not that much cold, you know, when it's normal cold. And now we come to the temperatures what I say where you are safe. Yeah, what my experience is, because I played always outdoor. You know, I'm a street baller. I never play indoor. So where I have where have I done it? I have to watch to my paper. Where have I? Oh, I laid on the floor. You see that? Here we have it. So I have always go to the F, the degrees and F. So I would say my experience is 3 degrees, you know. These are 37, 38 around. Yeah, 37 F. Around that temperatures you can go to the maximum. What you can do a long time. I don't talk 1 day. No. When you make this for weeks, every day, every 2 days, 3 days, I can go to the maximum where I can train really, really good. You know, to the limit. There you will have no problem. You can play without the hand gloves. Your lungs don't get destroyed, yeah. And that is a useful thing. Around 0 degrees, I have to watch. Around 0 degrees, these are 32 F. There I would be a little bit careful. That depends. You know, is there sun or not? Is there wind? Whatever, yeah. But around 3 degrees, that is always where I love to play. There it is fine. Really, I love that a lot in winter. Yeah, it keeps the bad people out. You know who said this? Live in Minneapolis. Why do you live there? Because it keeps the bad people out. When you know who said this, that would be great. Perhaps I will tell you if you want to know it. So, you see now the wind comes, you see the snow now. That is also a thing. I don't know if you see it now, but you see that? And when you don't have this around, that is the thing, then it will always go to here. And this really, believe me, that I know what I'm talking about. And so when you see someone out there who says, I play one ball, yeah, it's good for the views, because they think, wow, he plays by that coldness. Yeah, I give a shit on that, you know. And for young people that can be dangerous. So my advice is to you, you have heard now, watch to your clothing, 2 pair hand gloves, 2 pair socks. Don't be out too long. Have this and don't breathe most of the times to your nose, and go not that up with your heartbeat that you have to breathe with your mouth, because that damages you. So that is what I can tell you. I'm always out, you know, but for example here the only thing what you can do here is, when you then have a better weather, you are so thankful. Wow, we have no snow, no ice. When you then have a court which has holes or whatever, yeah, then you also are thankful, because you know you played by that conditions, then everything else is good, yeah. And then you know, wow, when I dribble on the normal court, how great this is, yeah. That is a thing, but this is a fun factor, yeah, for the passion, for the fun. You go out, throw a few balls, yeah. But I want to train, and there most of the time I go to the tunnels, yeah. I have my 4 main tunnels. There it is more dry, a little bit warmer, yeah, and there I can dribble for real and make a good workout. And here it is only for fun, yeah. But we have not many days where it is so extreme. So this is a record now, 26 minutes and no overheating or overcooling from the GoPro. Very, very nice. So we will come to the end. I hold my ball and then I say something to the end. So we make a small thing in there because I have forgotten something. The answer, what is better, to play in the heat or to play in the cold? And there I have an absolutely clear answer. I told you. First of all, it gets now really fresh, the wind, you know. So I will put one day a PayPal link into there. When you want to send me something, then I can buy some boots, you know, because I have so much problems with my work. I get no clients, you know. I will work and work and work, but I get no clients. I spend hundreds of dollars into advertisement, but there are coming no clients. So this is very bad to me now. But it's the other thing, you know. So what is better? And what will you think? The coldness or extreme heat? And what is extreme heat? I will tell you also that. So I have the answer. It is, surprise, surprise, 100% it is the heat. When you play in the heat, this is so much better than to play in the coldness. First of all, you would think, when it's cold I can put on some things, but when it's hot, there I cannot put all out. I will get not colder, you know. But the thing is, when it's heat, you can train to this. To the coldness, you cannot train that good. Of course, when you live in very cold areas, you get used to it more. But cold hands are cold hands. And when it is heat, there you can adjust a little bit to it. For example, you get summer, you get more warm when you live in areas where there's real winter, real summer. And then you go out the first time by 30 degrees. I have to put out my paper again that I have the F degrees. So here I have it. So for example, here I have it. So yeah, around 34 degrees and 94 F. Around that temperature we are talking now. So when you go out the first time in summer, you are not experienced to the sun. First time out there, you stay 3 hours in the sun, then you will have a problem. Yeah, your how it's called, your heartbeat system, yeah, your blood system, this will be too much. You know, you get a little bit blurry. You get perhaps a heat shock. You know, headache. Such thing can happen. But when you go 10 minutes to the sun, then 15 minutes, 20 minutes, always have the sun cream on, you know, a hat on. Also important that when it's hot, to have a protection to the head, that the sun gets not to your head. Then you adjust to it. And when you work out there, first of all, you will fall down. This is the feeling. But you get closer to adjust to it. Yeah, and then you have a feeling for that. And so I would say the maximum are the 34 degrees. You know, I would not play above 34 degrees. This is also my experience, what I have done, because here it is hot in summer. These are 94 F, 34 degrees, around 94 F. Over this I will not play, because there is a thing, your body has a temperature, you know. And when it gets more hot, or the temperature is over your body temperature, your body has a problem to cool down, yeah, to make the cool down system, yeah. When you are sweating, there you have a big problem, and that is dangerous, you know. And in summer, you have to watch that you drink enough, you know. It happened to me this summer. I drank the day before not enough, went out by those temperatures, and I was completely off. That was the summer edition video number 2. Summer edition 2 this year. At the end you see how finished I was. But for other example was, we were at the Dream Court by the 34 degrees, yeah, and there it was easy. That was completely easy, you know. Before we went with the bicycle up there, and then I got to the Dream Court, and that was easy work because I trained it. I'm used to it, you know. So to play in the heat is much more better and not that dangerous. But also there, don't drink too much. Many people drink one bottle after another. They can also fall down and be dead. You see that at marathons. But I will not play the 12 meter in the heat. When you live in Australia, that is not possible. You know, that is stupid. But it is better in the heat, when you get used to it, when you know what you do, than to play by such temperatures. This is much more dangerous, believe me, and much more unfine. Because here I cannot train my fingers to get not cold. Great ball, you know, one of the best rubber balls in the game. The bells are ringing. Christmas is coming, or? So now we go on. So we come to the end, we close the show. One last important sentence from me. When you see people without a cap, without hand gloves, that I think is everywhere in the world, they will tell you, you are not tough. I make this without hand gloves. You are not a tough guy. You are not a tough child boy. These are stupid people. They are not cool. Believe me that. Doesn't matter what they say. This is not cool. Yeah. Wear your hand gloves when you have cold. When someone tells you, yeah, put it away. No. You are cool when you have hand gloves on. You are cool when you have good shoes. Even when it doesn't look good. I don't have the boots, but I would wear boots if I would have someone. I have no money to buy. These are my warmest shoes, yeah, with the globe shoes, you know. So I wear those, yeah. But I would have boots on. It doesn't matter if it looks bad, yeah. Don't listen to other people, believe me that. When you have cold, wear things. When you have cold, even when you wear the things, go home. That is always the best solution, what I can tell you. So, because there are always people who go without a hat, without gloves, don't watch to them, yeah? It's not cool. But we are cool street ballers and we will play this for many years. So, with the nice ball, one of the best rubber balls in the game, from the Metropolis court, yeah? But now, no Superman ball Metropolis. We will end the show with a nice roll out. So we will see us again until the next time when I can work out. You know, now I cannot work out. I would play more, but I'm not allowed. You know, I had the infection. So this is the other part. Yeah, but you know it. We will see us again until the next time. Bye and ciao.